Hi everyone, this is Liboi. I'm a musician doing African contemporary music, and we are live on Breaking Hertz podcast. With me is Kamara, and we're going to play a few songs. The first one is Safari. It's out on all streaming platforms. Enjoy.
Hivi nimebeba mizigo na safari naenda mbali. Hivi nimebeba mizigo na safari naenda mbali. Mama nipe, 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 nipe wimbo. Mama nipe, 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 nipe wimbo. Inifariji mama nipe, ay mama nipe, yerere mama nipe, ay mama nipe, ili niweze kuungana na watu kutoka tofauti pande, ili niweze kuungana na watu kutoka tofauti pande. Mama nipe, 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 nipe wimbo. Mama nipe, 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 nipe wimbo. Wanielewe mama nipe, ay mama nipe, yerere mama nipe, ay mama nipe, pengine nitapata nyumbani niendako, naamini nitaipata moyoni ndani mwa watu. Pengine nitapata nyumbani niendako, naamini nitaipata moyoni ndani mwa watu. Mama nipe, 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 nipe wimbo. Mama nipe, 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 nipe wimbo. Wanielewe mama nipe, ay mama nipe, yenere mama nipe, ay mama nipe,
Now, this next song is called African Child, and it's also out on all streaming platforms, and it came out when I did a collaboration with a South African artist producer called Silva. Enjoy.
mtoto wa Kiafrika. Kasaliwa rangi nyeusi, mwerevu tena shupavu, mimi mwana wa udongo, kamili ya uwezo wa kesho. Mimi mwana wa udongo, kamili ya uwezo wa. Mara nyingi natumika kama lengo la huruma. Usifiche kosa langu, mimi mtoto wa Kiafrika. Sisi ni kizazi kipya, sisi ni kizazi kipya. Sisi ni kizazi kipya, sisi ni kizazi kipya. Wana wa Afrika, wenye vipawa vya kipekee, weusi na wenye vipaji,
kama nyota juu angani,
wenye vipawa vya kipekee, weusi na wenye vipaji,
kama nyota juu angani.
sisi ni kizazi kipya, sisi ni kizazi kipya. Sisi ni kizazi kipya, sisi ni kizazi kipya.
Welcome to episode 47 of Breaking Hertz. Kama kawaida, it's your boy Morris, and with me,
Please, like, never do that again. Like, it's Sookie, aka Anita Murage. Happy to be here for yet another episode. And today we have our first musical guest, someone I'm so happy to have in studio. And I'd like her to introduce herself. She's already introduced herself in the musical segment, but I feel like the way that you compact like your career and what you're trying to do with your music is so beautiful. So I like hearing it over and over again. Liboi, welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. It's really good to be here.
Yes.
I first had a review from you guys when I dropped State of Being. And
Yes.
imagine I'm here on the same table.
Yeah.
It feels really good. My name is Liboi. I am a musician. I do African contemporary music, which is traditional music fused with popular African genres. I talk a lot about mental health, about social justice, and I'm a big proponent of culture. I love culture. I'm rooting for it. I don't want people to lose cultures and all that. Yeah, so that's basically what I do. I have other interests in other things like film, but I mostly practice. I'm a musician most of the time.
Okay. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Hafare? You wanted to tell us how was your weekend?
Oh,
let's start there.
My
Just
weekend has
to
been long.
get on the foot.
There was a lot to do this weekend. A lot of places to be. A lot of people to see. But I did go for the Spotify thing.
Spotify and Colours.
Yeah. It was nice. It was nice to go to an event and not find influencers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was nice to actually go to a
Like,
musical
yes,
event
so-
and find people who are actually in the community, like guys who are actively taking part in it. Like the curators, the artists, the producers, the writers, everyone who exists within this community was there.
There were influencers though.
How many?
The old school ones, I guess.
They
Like
didn't overdo the right audience.
yeah,
I think that's what it's saying.
exactly.
Yeah. 'Cause I think the last Spotify event was very underwhelming. It was bashed online because Walita my influencer too.
Okay,
Walita's
yeah,
my
I
influencer.
remember
So
that.
if it's a music thing, bring music people.
True.
yeah.
Bring music people.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see like somebody who cooks on Instagram at a Spotify event. Like cool. Like I like looking at cooking videos, but still, if the event is for the community, have the community there. But it was
Yeah.
fun. The DJs were great.
It was,
I enjoyed it a lot.
It was a good time.
And then the weekend just kind of just
Collapsed on you.
yes, it got a life on its own. Like,
Oh my
like,
gosh.
literally just went from this thing to this thing to this thing to this thing to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my weekend.
So welcome to the studio as well.
No sooner than.
Yes.
Yeah, but I also like that because I feel like I didn't get to meet some of my colleagues from Nation at other gigs, but like this particular Spotify one, I met Cinda Matiko and Thomas Rajula, who is the editor for Buzz, which was also just very important to have. You know, like I think it's important to have like media stakeholders at these events. You can't just have I guess your at the you can't have coming through like that. But anyway, this is not a shady a shady episode or a shady. Okay, it's a shady podcast.
Okay.
I'm not shady.
You're not shady.
I'm not shady.
You're
She's
not
the only
shady.
one.
No,
That's
no.
literally like okay. Not Morris. Morris is not shady.
I am not shady. I am a reformed man. I have left behind my life of excess.
Yeah.
Oh
I told you I'm going to start dressing like my father very soon. Like
Oh my
You want to
gosh.
be a complete changed
yes,
man.
I want to start dressing like
Physically.
a home science teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, I've told you guys. So, like, I just want to look like a high school teacher.
Those ones are very shady. Hey.
Now, Sasa, you're pouring water on my dream.
Those ones are very shady.
Yeah.
What should I dress as? Like at this point, what is not shady?
Just the way you are.
No, look, okay. So like you told us that like you're a proponent of culture. So if you wanted to assign a cultural dress to Hafare, what would you want to see him wear? Not a kanzu.
I wanted to say kanzu.
Not a kanzu. Too stereotypical. We need to go in the deep. We need to go, Kufi level. Like, how many countries have you been to in Africa that you've seen like a particular style of dressing that you hadn't gotten to see before?
In Africa?
Yes.
Because I've not been to many countries in
I know,
Africa.
shit.
But still, I don't know which country they're from. I don't know if it's Ethiopia or where. But they have this, it's very bold. Like you cannot unsee it. It's just, they walk in, you find them somewhere and you just see it. But it's traditional, some traditional attire. And they even paint their faces.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, they paint their faces. They have some head crown made of sisal. I don't know which.
Is it the community that does their makeup? Like the men do makeup
Yes.
to attract the women, not
I don't know if it's
the other way
Ethiopia
around.
or I don't know where it's from.
West Africa, yeah.
I don't know where it's from. Yeah, but yes, those ones.
I would do
You,
makeup.
Yes.
no, you wouldn't wear that. No, I wouldn't give
I
you.
would do makeup.
Would you do makeup?
Yeah, I would do makeup. Like, why not? Why
Fair
not?
enough.
I once had mascara put on me. And I looked very beautiful.
Your lashes.
Nice.
Yes.
But your lashes are really nice.
I looked very beautiful that day.
Well organized and yeah, I'd give you the Oga clothes, the
Nigerian ones.
Yes, or something
give you that.
Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Like a huge.
I agree.
Like, if you dress me like a Nigerian, the scammer inside me will jump out.
Oh my goodness.
Yahoo boy, for one night scam.
So, Liboi, I really wanted to get into your influences, just like to touch on something that will get this conversation started. I saw that your dad was a DJ.
Yes, he was.
What did you grow up listening to? How was that?
Oh my God, a lot of rumba,
Yeah.
folk music,
Yeah.
a lot of Lingala. It was mostly those. And then it slowly, and I think it went with the time, but then it slowly changed. But even up to now, he's still, okay, now he's not a DJ. He doesn't put decks in the house and, do all those things. But then he just plays rumba, Lingala, still the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I grew up listening to from my
That's very
dad. But of course, I had
Question.
other-
Did he DJ with like LPs?
Yeah.
With like records?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. He had, because I think that's where he started out. That's where he started from. And then he, slowly.
No problem.
I have to, okay, now you're compiling. But that's where he started from, and then slowly evolved to having now the decks that are there now. But yes, I still have records in the house.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, from him, but I don't have the record player.
No, everyone in Nairobi has a record, nobody has a record.
Yeah. yes, I think they got destroyed or something, I don't know.
Like
Yeah.
everybody just has it's now like part of the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like what will I put in this house to look cultured?
Yes.
You have a bunch of hardcover books
Record
that you've
players.
never read.
Records you've never listened
Yeah.
Record
to.
you've never listened to. You just went to Kenyatta Market and said, "Give me something that will make me look interesting." Just stuck over.
Yeah,
Was
but he used to
it?
do that. He used to have that. It
That's
was
very
interesting.
interesting.
Very interesting. And
Yeah.
when I was younger, when he used to do that, I was always the first person to stand up and dance. I loved dancing.
Yeah.
I loved dancing. But then now I don't know what went wrong. Something just happened. Something must have happened along the way.
So if your interest in music was spurred by him being a DJ and playing music in the house and all that, it's interesting that you decided to become a performer and not a DJ.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think it's because I never even thought of becoming a DJ.
really, ever?
Never. But I could see myself being a dancer or a musician, a singer when I was younger. And then the dance dream just, I don't know, it disappeared.
But
No
you
longer-
still dance a lot. Like your live shows are very
Yes.
you're very like involved. I feel like I like people who perform barefoot because I just know you're there. You're in it for the music. You're grounded. Man,
Yes,
she'll
yes.
have like these like foot shaker things.
Yeah.
Anklets.
Was it
Whatever,
anklets?
yeah, anklets,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
that's the word I was looking for.
Yes, anklets.
But yeah, you're very involved. Like you involve your body in like the entire process of performing.
I usually say that I move a lot, but I don't consider myself a dancer, but I think I move a lot.
Yeah.
But it's okay if you see me as a dancer.
Humble brag.
It's okay. It's still okay. But I for me, I knew that I'd be a singer if not a dancer. And my dad even didn't want us to be, when I say us, my brother now was a dancer, like a professional dancer, but then he stopped because he wanted to not, because he was stopped by my dad. But initially my father never wanted us to be in the music scene. And it's because as a DJ, he kept telling us, oh, this is not for women. This is not for women. Or it's not a nice environment for us to be, because I think he saw stuff and he was afraid that we would go through the same things. And maybe also at the time we never gave him good reasons for him to be okay with us pursuing this. Maybe it's because we were young, maybe it's because we also didn't know what we wanted, but I think we also gave him reasons. It wasn't just entirely because, oh, I've seen stuff and da-da-da. But I think all these things contributed to him not wanting us to be in the music scene. And he was totally against it. But then the first gig that I got a lot of money.
Yeah.
So when I came
That's
back home,
nice.
I came back home, I was like, so the first salary you get, you're like, you
Yes.
want to go politely to your parents. So this is the money I have, please bless it so that I can have more from it.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. And he saw the money and he's like, hey, umetoa hii pesa kwa nini? Yes, performance, okay, sawa. Then
keep
continue.
doing that.
Yeah,
Keep doing that.
then continue. But of course, it was still a rough journey, because there were days he was okay with it, some days he wasn't. But now he's supportive, very supportive.
That's dope.
Yeah,
One thing I know
very
about
supportive.
African parents is once they really don't want you getting into the arts until you get paid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Money.
Because my cousin is like an actor, like a very successful one.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are you acting? Why don't you go to school? Why don't you go to school and learn and do something with your life?
Papers.
And then when you buy the house, your parents are like, oh my God, when you bought his house, we're so
Yes.
proud of you. You are chasing your
Yeah.
dreams and your talent.
Yeah.
In the beginning,
No.
Not
in the beginning, they were like, you were here
Backlash.
acting. Have you seen the neighbor's kid?
Yes.
He's going to med school.
Comparing,
Yeah.
comparison. Yeah, but that's what happened. And now the rest is history. He's very supportive because I grew up with my dad. My mom is also supportive. Yeah, my whole family is.
That's interesting.
You performed all over Africa, yeah?
No.
Okay,
I
you
haven't.
performed
But
a lot of
amen,
places.
Amen.
Yeah.
You performed a
No,
lot.
you
Because,
will,
yeah, I was
you
going
will.
through your,
Amen to that.
oh, sorry. Your press kit, I think, and it has like a list of performances that you've
Yeah.
done.
I have in Africa. I've only performed in TZ and
Oh,
here.
okay.
But then I've also traveled to Norway and Italy and Spain. Yeah, to do music.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite performance?
Right now, I'll just tell you the most recent one.
Yeah.
Really?
But the most recent one was at Alliance Française. It was this Saturday, Friday. This Friday, it was. So, I was selected to be a part of a program by the EU. It's called EU Kenya Music Exchange.
Oh,
and
congratulations.
Thank you. It was actually a big deal event to me. I was like, yeah. Yes. And yeah, I was with other 12 amazing creatives. And we had 3 days where we had workshops with experts from the industry coming to exchange, knowledge, pass on some skills to us to know how to maneuver this industry, how it is to have tours, what you need to do, to get booked, all these things. And then to end it, to finish the program, we had the showcase at Alliance. So the energy was just massive. It was really, it was amazing. I've never experienced anything like that. Yeah, I was even telling someone afterwards, I was looking at the videos, and I kept wondering, was this me on that stage? Because it felt like the energy was really nice, and it came from the audience. Yeah. But other than that, if you ask me my best or most
Favorite.
memorable
Yeah.
performance, I would tell you one event that I think it was by Emerging Leaders Foundation, and the audience was full of old men.
Yeah.
But then they stood up and danced.
Ooh.
They stood up and danced and even made a train. They made a circle, and to me, that was the best. That was the best. Yeah. Because as an artist, I want to make music that resonates with everyone, all ages. Yeah, the young, the old. So just seeing that was really motivating.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Just like you're there thinking, this is not my audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they stand up and
This is
dance.
not my audience.
They're with you.
What am I
Yeah.
going to play for these people? And you're like, okay, let me try something. And then it works.
It works.
Yeah. That must be really dope. Yeah.
So I think your artist statement is also really interesting because it does apply to just about everyone, yeah. And I'm interested in finding out how you got into, you zoned in on this is about mental health, this is about culture, this is about social change.
Yeah.
I saw something about you feeling like it's important to be grounded in yourself if you want to change society in general. Is that true?
That's what I think. That's how I see life. If I am okay with my space, if I love myself, I'll be able to receive love. I'll be able to give love. I can't pour from an empty cup. I need to be full. Yeah. So if we are greedy, if we are always chasing or always going after something, it will be so hard for us to relate with others because we want everything for ourselves. We want to do everything alone. We don't want to share. We don't want to give each other credits. So that's why we have all these things that are happening. Even the environment, we treat the environment how we treat ourselves. So if I don't take care of myself, that's how the environment is going to look like. Sometimes at home in the house, when my bedroom is or even just the whole house is very disorganized, that's when I know, even me, I'm not okay mentally. I have to do something. So I either clean it up. That's how I reason, by the way.
Yeah.
That's actually very true.
That's very true.
Because sometimes maybe you're not there.
Yeah.
And you just let everything around you fall apart.
Exactly.
Because And then once you realize, wait, ngoja,
Yeah.
there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
Like, why is this plate under the bed for 2 weeks?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why
Exactly.
is this plate under the bed for 2
Yeah.
weeks?
So that's my thinking. We have to just change who we are inside ourselves, within us, for us to change the whole experience. And, you know, we'll relate better with the environment, with each other, with ourselves. Yeah. That's. But then how I narrowed down to mental health and social justice and culture. So one, culture, it's because of my upbringing, just listening to the music that my dad used to play, and also the first group of artists that I met were playing this kind of music.
Yeah.
Kina Sarabi,
Oh, nice.
Della, even had the band back then. I'm not saying that their music now is not good. It's very good, but then back then they used to do similar music.
Yeah.
There were so many artists that I met back. Olith Ratego, this kind of music. So, because I was in almost every day, I was in that space with them. So that's how I got the influence. And then, other than that, social justice is just how I was brought up, where I was brought up, the surroundings. Because I grew up in Kariobangi North, but then at that time, is this tourism media? How to not us?
Yeah.
We hear there's a gunshot or some gunfire somewhere in Madari. But then because the mainstream media back then, they were very lazy to also do their work. So they would just go with whatever they wametumiwa, whatever information they get. So they would just go with that and not do research. So I could see how people had a hard time to come even visit me because I live in Kariobangi and it's unsafe. And I'm like, oh no, that is not true. It was very safe. It was very lively. There was so much happening. Art places were there. Art centers were there. There were so many positive things. So I wanted to just change the narrative and tell my story the best way. So that's why I wanted to do, that's why I focused on social justice, telling my stories the best way, but then also talking about the oppressed, because at that time we were the minority and I wanted to change the narrative. And then mental health, it came later on. Honestly, 5 years ago, if you asked me what mental health is, I don't think I'd have given a very good response. But right now, it's because as I experience life, I discover so much even about myself. And I'm like, okay, so this is a part of me. I can't ignore it. I have to speak. Tomorrow I might be okay. Today I'm not okay. Tomorrow I'm okay. The next day I'm not okay. So I started mental health because I was coming from a place of chaos. And that is when I even did State of Being.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when I did State of Being. I was very confused. I was depressed. I didn't even want to leave the house. I didn't even want to leave the house. And sometimes when I sit down, I'm like, oh shit, so many things actually contributed to me feeling that way. It's not actually like one particular thing, so many things. But one thing I can say is just how people treat you.
Yeah.
It's hey. How people treat you and also how you treat yourself, because sometimes people can treat you badly, but then you just know yourself, so it doesn't bother you. But also to some point it bothers you, even if you know yourself so well, it still bothers you. Sometimes nasikianga watu akisema ati, oh, you think you can insult me, I'm not bothered.
You are bothered. Inakusumbua.
You are bothered.
And it's okay to be bothered.
Exactly.
It's okay to be bothered. You're not a stone.
So for me, just coming from that place of chaos, it became very clear to me that mental health is very important, and I have to talk about it in one way or the other. I have to talk about it. Yeah.
That's interesting. I want to know more about State of Being, like the conceptualization of it, the artist you got to work with.
Yeah.
Because towards the end, there's also like an artist that you're collaborating with. And what language is that? Is it Portuguese?
So there's Wakio. It's Italian.
Oh, it's Italian.
Yeah. So there's State of Being. My God. It's a very long story, but
I love the phrase "state of being." My God, because it can apply to just existence. It can just apply to existence.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Put that on a t-shirt.
This state of
being, like my God.
But so many activities or events led to the production of State of Being. So one, I'd say I had this trip to Italy, and while there, because it was an artist residency thing, and our assignment was we delved deeper into this artist from Italy called, I don't know if it's Michelangelo, pronunciation, tafadhali. Michelangelo Pistoletto. He's an artist from there. He has this concept called the third paradise. To him, the third paradise. To him, it's just finding balance between artifice and nature. But then to me, when we were, because we had to do research, walk around, ask people questions, just study the city itself, look at the paintings, his now artwork, and then make a conclusion. And as you make a conclusion, you have to come up with pieces that you will present to the public in Italy now. So we did that. In my finding, to me, it's not about finding balance between artifice and nature, because to me, I feel like that is a dream.
Yeah.
Especially now with the technology we have and all these things, it's very hard for us to find that balance. But it's very easy for us to be content with what we have. If only we do that, then that is the third paradise. Because the third paradise is just being happy and realizing that it's not a place, it's not something tangible, it's not in someone else, it's in you. That's the third paradise. That's what everyone was actually saying, because so many associated it with also religion, like getting the afterlife.
Yeah.
Because that, the space vile tunasemanga tujui, because we all don't know, we just study and we are told so in hearsay. But we usually say because heaven, it's calm, everything is equal, all those things. But to me, that's just contentment. Yeah, that's just contentment. So to me, that was the third paradise. I was like, state of being. It was also influenced by the refugees that were there in Rome, because so many of them were in the streets and sleeping in the streets. And when you talk to them, they say that they left their countries knowing that they were coming to paradise. They were coming knowing they're going to get jobs, have a good life, live happily ever after, but then that wasn't the case. So that also influenced it. Again, my mental space where I was, so coming from that also influenced state of being. I don't know what else. I think those are the main reasons as to why I did state of being.
Amazing. I am also very curious about your relationship with Maya, your manager.
Yeah.
Who's in studio with
Yes. Shout out to Maya.
Shout out to Maya.
From Kipekeo Agency.
Yeah. So how did you end up joining Kipekeo Agency and meeting Maya? Sorry, Maya Drivenberg. Yes. I got it.
So I had seen it online, but then I never ever reached out to Maya. At that time, when I was seeing it online, I never reached out to her. But then I thought of it. And at that time, I was desperate for getting a manager. I really wanted to get a manager, and I got a friend of mine who was very close to me, and we tried for like a period of it was less than a year. But then at the end, we are very good friends up to now, up to date. Yeah, very good friends. But our conclusion, both of us, because we sat down and analyzed everything, we were like, okay, I wasn't ready to get a manager then.
Yeah.
I had skipped so many steps. But then, anyway, that was a lesson learned. So later on, I meet Koyo. There's, Koyo? Koyo creates. Koyo, he's a musician and also a fashion designer.
Yes.
So I met Koyo. He's a really good friend of mine. He had his own album launch, and he wanted me to help him with the additional vocals.
Yes.
So during the event, Maya was there. So after the performance, we just interacted a little with Maya. And I remember asking her, by the way, now this is years later after my former manager and I, we've decided, okay, now it takes some time. So this is years later after I've taken some time. So I met Maya, we talk, and then I asked her, by the way, are you open to managing someone? Because at that point, I didn't even know that it's Kipekeo Agency. Like, she manages so many artists. So, and she said, I wouldn't mind. Let's just have a call later on. So we did. And the rest is history.
Yes. And how has having a manager also guided your career from the point you are at?
It's interesting, very interesting. At the beginning, Maya will kill me after this. But at the beginning, now, for me, I found it very hard because it meant it's not a tea. Like Maya is a partner.
Yeah.
No one is anyone's boss here. We
I
are
love
just
that.
partners. Yeah.
I love
we are
that.
partners. So in the beginning, the initial stages, I was having a hard time to inform someone else because I was coming from a place of I'm making all the decisions by myself. I don't need to consult with anyone. But then now, this time I have to, if I think of something, I have to talk to Maya. If I want to do this, I have to consult with Maya. If I have, so in the beginning, it was very hard for me to even internalize it and accept it. So I think at some point I did some things on my own. On my own. But then later on, slowly, even up to now, I still learn so much every single day. But it's interesting to see how much having a team helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know everything. Even the same goes to Maya and the entire team. I know you both know Alfayo.
Yes.
Yes, you both know.
Yeah.
Yes, shout out to Alfayo.
Yes. But I don't know everything, and I don't think they know everything. Every day we learn something new. So I've learned so much, and I'm still learning so much from them. Especially, and I even told them when it comes to matters IP and copyright, because to me before, mi nilikuwa naandika mziki na hivyo ndio nitatoa, not even thinking of I have to copyright
Like
this.
this, yeah.
Yeah, nothing like that. But having a team is very important. Very important. It's okay for the independent artist. I'm still independent, yes. I'm
Yeah.
still very independent, but having someone that you can also go back to, ask for help, seek for assistance, all these things, it's very important. And you grow. Sometimes I can be very, very held up, but then things still move because I have a team.
Yeah.
It's very important.
That's interesting. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I think just having somebody who just knows
Yeah.
what you need
Yes.
so that you don't have to worry about it is
Yeah.
probably a very great weight off your shoulders
Yes.
sometimes. Because sometimes you
And
just want to
also-
write. Sometimes maybe you just want to write. Sometimes maybe you just want to sing.
True.
But everything else has to happen. And knowing that
Exactly.
somebody is there to make it happen.
Yeah. And also for me, what I love about my team is that it's okay, I can create, but then it doesn't hinder me from learning.
Yeah, that's true.
The things that they do, how they do them. It doesn't hinder me from that. In fact, they're very willing to share. So it's very transparent, it's very open, and I see that, so I keep learning. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And in the beginning, it was very hard because, again, we were trying to get to know each other. So sometimes we could meet and I'm just quiet, I'm silent. Because I'm like, okay, if I be myself, nitachoma picha, such things. Yeah.
Okay. But you also work in film, which is like it's a team-based
Yes.
like career.
Yes.
But you work as a producer, you said?
Yes, as a producer
Oh.
and sound.
Oh, sound.
Yeah.
Nice.
In film, I started off as a photographer, did videography, changed to editing, and I enjoyed editing so much,
Yeah.
just video editing. And then it changed to me being a producer. And then in the process, I ended up doing sound. So that's how I learned sound. That's it.
That's interesting. What's the name of the film that you have award-winning producer in your
Yes.
bio? So I need to ask.
Multi-talented.
Morris.
Too multi-talented for them. The Morris stuff for approval.
Hey.
Leo umekwama na hiyo jina.
Mazee.
I told you.
He's a changed
I'm
man.
a changed man. I don't want to be perceived.
So the film is called Sun, Moon, Men and Woman. Yeah,
Men.
men
Okay.
and woman.
Okay.
It sounds like a K-drama.
Yeah.
It's actually a mixed media, but it was about climate change.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was about climate change. It was mixed media using illustrations, real footage, and photos. Yeah, that's the. It was a short. Will I say short film or documentary? Short film, mixed media. Yeah. So we submitted it. Ilikuwa Machakos Film
Ooh.
Festival. Or
That's my
Machakos-
favorite film festival in Kenya, by the way. Like
Really?
the films I see, especially on the Machakos Film Fest YouTube.
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite, like it's my party trick. Like I just have to show. Have I shown you?
No.
Actually.
Why am I finding out about this now? Why am I? Really?
Girl.
Did no one feel like this was important information to share to Morris?
Nah, it's good content.
Did nobody
To
feel
Morris.
like I have a reason to go to Machakos other than samosas?
Look,
Yeah.
as long as Liboi is the one who's broken the news to us, we're in good hands.
Yeah.
Samosas and films. That should be
Yeah.
Machakos byline.
Yeah.
But that was in 2021.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. And then we won the
Oh.
best mixed media short film.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice!
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In like it's been 2 years now, but
Yes.
like congratulations still.
Thank
Do
you.
you have the award somewhere in your house? Or is it in the office?
No, it's with someone else now. The director,
Ah.
and the director was also the writer and the person who did the illustrations. Yeah,
Aha.
and
Okay.
it's a lady. She's called Caroline. Yeah, she's really
Lovely.
good.
If I had an award, I just wake up every morning and look at it. Like, even on,
And to
like,
remind you
on the bad days, I
you're
just
the
go
G.
sit there and just look at it like, yes, you've
You're
had
the
an
G.
award. Oh, speaking of
Oh,
awards,
wow.
guess who won the Pulse Influencer Awards?
Oh, the good company.
The good company. Yes. Boy, Austin, are you getting an actual award? Are you gonna put it up there or what?
Amazing,
Yes.
amazing.
You see?
Yeah, award-winning panel, man.
Exactly.
I know we're out here.
Award-winning
We are
panel.
But
I'll put that in my CV. Pulse Influencer Awards winner. Asterisk.
so it's not that these like I mean, it's not that all these media are in competition, but do you think that film is a superior art form since you've played around with all of these like different things? You've played around with photography, you've played around with music. Do you think that like film is at the apex of everything you've worked with?
Oh, everything I've what?
In
Repeat
terms
the
of
question?
okay, so in terms of telling your story, because like the thing that I'm seeing as a pattern for you is you want to be able to tell like your story in a way that's like unbiased.
Yes, I'm a storyteller.
You're a storyteller, so like you
Who
found
uses-
all of these different ways to tell
Yeah.
your story. But does film kind of like combine all of those things that you love into one grand thing? Is it like the best art form, I guess?
I think I would say not yet
Mm-hmm.
because okay, so here's the thing. People
Yeah.
who knew me as or still know me as a filmmaker, they don't know I'm a musician. And
Really?
people, yeah. And most of the times I feel like people who know me as a musician also don't know that I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah.
So I'm at a place where I'm trying to figure out how to merge these things and be one brand. I'm struggling with that. But in the future, I hope to master it. But
Yeah.
so I would say now, I would say music, because even when I think about a film project, I go back to the music and the music guides me. So I would say music. Yeah.
I see.
I
That's
would say music.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Because sometimes when I listen to, and I don't know if it's because I have this film background, but my music, they do make really good scores for films. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's Nani's name? I forgot his name.
Who?
The dude who does scoring for Christopher Nolan.
Hans Zimmer.
Yes, I was about to say how very handsome of you.
But yeah, but I listen to the music and the
Yeah.
fact that I have background in both. When I listen to them, just feel like they belong to be in films. But I don't know if it's because I have that background. I end up writing music that automatically, when I listen to it, I see visuals. I just see visuals. So that's why I'm saying, to me, music guides me. I'd like to get to a point where I'm writing or doing a film based on the music that I've written. So
Oh,
maybe that would be a
lovely.
nice way of merging both.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Amazing.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Other than your own projects, what's your favorite project to listen to?
Favorite project I listen to, music-wise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I have many.
Okay, in the past week or so.
Okay, so Kenya, I
Yeah.
have Savara's. Is it album? It's an album.
Yes.
The one
Yes.
that has changes.
Yes, Reggae Kinyozi.
That
Balance,
one, and it's
balance.
that one. It's because I don't know. I had a chance to know Savara. Safari. Where? Savara. I have a song called Safari. It's out. That's why.
Yeah.
But I had a chance to know Savara or see him in a different lens, because I think before that he was part of Sauti Sol. But then he just came out with this, and every song is different.
Yeah.
Very different, and just it gives me a chance to see his range, and all of them are very interesting to me. The
That's true.
storyline, and I think it's also because I mostly related with Changes, because it came out same time I was working on State of Being.
Yeah. Nice.
So, life imenipiga ma slap left, right, and center, and I'm listening to Changes. I'm like, shit, it's about to change. It's about to change. So I think that time, changes really made me love that project. Another project that I love, but then these ones are like singles. I don't know if that counts.
That counts. That counts.
There is a lady called Kasha.
Ooh. Hamna Aibu.
Yes.
We love Kasha on this show.
Hey.
Silaha Kwanza. Hi.
Hey.
That
Exactly.
song.
Exactly.
So good.
Somebody forced me to play it last night.
So please play it again. Play it
I
again.
will.
Yeah, play
That
it
song is so
again.
beautiful.
So good. All her songs are really beautiful and also introspective. I would say, yeah. So that's why I relate, and that's why I love her projects. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I feel like Silaha and Hamna Aibu need to be played back to back.
Yes.
Anytime anyone plays it, they're just like, yeah.
At this point, we'll just say
Light
all
it
her
up.
songs.
yes. Shout out to Kasha.
Shout out to
We're such big fans. Silaha has been in rotation since it dropped.
Maze.
Quells and
And Kasha, yeah.
Kweli and Kasha really
Good.
do not
They're
play
great.
around.
Yeah.
Who else?
I think now on an international level, I'd say Sampa the Great, and it's because of her visuals.
Yes. Thank you.
It's
Oh my
because of her
god.
visuals.
Umepata kindred spirit leo. Umepata
No,
kindred
Sampa
spirit.
is, I don't even know. She's amazing.
so good.
She's incredible.
So
You two should go get
And
tea after
also-
this and just keep talking.
Oh, we're going to do that.
Oh, definitely. Oh man.
Yeah, she's really good. The visuals, and also just seeing how she's able to, like she's the past, present, and the future. Does
She
that
is.
make sense?
She is.
Yeah, the music wise.
Even like the way she, like her writing style, the way that she samples also, because like some of the samples are just very, they teach you so much about where she's from.
Where she's from.
I
true.
love people that do that with their music. So yeah, but Sampa the Great. I feel like I can hear Sampa the Great Liboi song.
Amen.
I would love it.
Maya, my manager, is here. She's had that.
Manifesting.
Manifesting.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
So we are about to wrap up, but thank you so much for sharing
Thank
everything that you
you.
have. Like this is
Yes.
top 10 interviews of my life.
Thank you for having me.
And I think I'm just interested in besides the projects that are manifesting for you.
Yeah.
What are you working on right now?
I'm working on an EP that I did in TZ. Okay. I have to know how to deliver this news.
Yes.
So earlier this year, I went to TZ for an artist in residency program at Nafasi Art Space. It's in Dar es Salaam. And I was given an opportunity to think of a project and then take it there and implement it. So the project that I wanted to do was look for different artists from TZ and collaborate to create an EP that explores the potential of the East African sound. But at the same time, we wanted to talk about Pan-Africanism because I don't know so many people who have collaborated with people from different countries in Africa, especially people who do, as they call it, alternative or world music.
As they call it.
As they call it, sini any others.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't know so many people who have done that, and with people who are not known. So I just wanted to show how powerful collaborations are and how powerful us coming together, the spirit of Ubuntu, how it is. We can do so much. We can do so much when we come together. So we did that. We created an EP. We created there. actually, I met the artist there because I reached out to them when I was in Nairobi. So when I went there, I met them. We bonded, we created, and then we recorded
Nice.
in TZ. So when I came back, I also found a group of friends that I've known for quite some time in Nairobi. So we met, also jammed a little the intention was not to include it in the EP, but it's because I decided to do it because these are people from also different cultural backgrounds. They're not Kenyans, but then they live in Kenya. So even better. So I was like, it would be nice to incorporate these songs to these other ones because they all give the same message: collaborations, Pan-Africanism, cultural exchange. So I have that project coming out. It's an EP that has 6 songs. It's called Safari, the EP. But I already have a single called Safari that is out. It's already introduces it. And the rest of it will come out in November, sometime in November. And other than that, I have a concert called Whispers of Power. As the name suggests, it's also a mental wellness kind of event. But at the same time, because it's still a collaborative event, I'm using different fields of art to deliver that message. So there is contemporary dance, there is music, which is the main thing, and there is storytelling and narration. And I'm collaborating with so many creatives from Kenya. Whispers of Power.
Amazing.
And it's happening on the 29th of October, and people can get the tickets on my bio on Instagram.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have
You
fun.
guys are fun. Naonanga tu kwa
Mtandao.
screen, mtandao. But I'm here.
And thank you for the support because you've also been posting a lot of clips from the show, which is
karibu. Karibu.
so happy to have you here.
Thank you, Morris.
I am reclaiming my name, Austin. I am reclaiming my name. Thank you so much for coming through. We really
Asante
appreciate
sana.
it. Thank you for performing for us.
Thank you.
Hopefully
It's
the
my
first of
pleasure.
many artists.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amen.
Hopefully the first of many artists. It's been good. It's been real. This has been episode 47, I think.
47. But
Yes.
do you have any, are there any gigs happening this weekend that we need to talk about?
I do not know. As it
Okay.
says by the Paliniko, we're doing this on a Monday, so
Utakuwa tu kwa nyumba.
probably. But I'll figure it out
Alright,
too. There's
no.
always something to do in Nairobi musically. If just know that there's always something to do, someone to see, somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supporting the arts. So you'll find something. You don't need my recommendation. I know what it means to you, but still. Anyway, guys,
I
episode
get it.
47. Thank you for being with us. Catch you on the next one.
Cheers.